Hello everyone. My name is Chelsea Meese, and today is March 1st, which means that I have been sober for 2 months now out of 2016, following my no drink resolution to be sober all year. Now, I will go ahead and tell you that this month was harder than last month. So, I don't know what it is about the second week, the second month. Something about setting up a new routine and hitting that number 2 makes things a little bit more difficult. And I recognize that. I recognize that February is going to be a little bit harder because that's when it's still fresh enough that I could mess up and not feel so guilty. But also, I'm far enough into where I'm like, okay, I got to keep going because I've come so far already. So, 60 days sober. A lot of things are happening. So I'm coming to realize that finding a release is very difficult. And I understand why people now turn to different things. Like, I've had a history of drug problems. I've had, obviously, a history of drinking. But when you give up all of your releases, something happens. And it's just like, it gets a little bit harder. I gave up drinking as a release, and then we started Lent, and for Lent, we gave up weed, and if you didn't know that, I love Mary, but gave up weed, and, like, my releases are gone. I literally have sex and workouts, and although those things are great, it doesn't alter your mind state at all, and so that's where the difficulty comes in. So I've had to take the time to step back and realize, take a deep breath and realize I'm doing this for a reason and it's for a purpose. And I'm starting to see the income of my money not going down my throat by drinking. And I'm starting to see the patterns that I can create by having the clarity of waking up every morning and spending some time with God. So I'm very aware of what's happening, but that doesn't make it any less difficult. For those of you out there who have addiction issues and are going through something like this, kudos to you. And I know that you're probably never going to pick back up those habits again, but honestly, I cannot wait until January again to where I can have a drink and it not be me having to mother myself and be like, no, you're doing this for a reason, stop it, don't do it. And that's the thing, is that when we turn 18, up until that point, our parents have parented us. You can't eat thousands of Reese cups. You can't stay up all night. You can't do this. You can't do that. And so once you turn 18, you have to learn how to parent yourself and tell yourself no. And that's something that's difficult to do, because if I wouldn't have shouted this out to you guys and told you all my plan, it would have been a hell of a lot harder to stick to than if I did. So I'm very thankful that I put it out there for the accountability, but this month, I'm not even going to lie, February was hard. And I know going into the summer and it getting warmer outside, it's going to get a little bit more difficult because everyone wants to go for a drink or whatever. But I think at this point, I'm dedicated and I'm ready to stick to it. It's a journey. And I'm excited that I have you guys along here with me, and that randomly people that I barely talk to message me and they're like, hey, how are you doing with no drinking? Have you gone out? What's going on? And how is that for you? And yeah, it is difficult, but I know that it'll be worth it. I gave it up for a reason, and I'm excited to continually find that reason, because every month and every week, basically, I'm finding something that I'm able to do with the money that I've saved, or that I'm able to do with the time that I'm not wasting with a hangover. Great reward comes from great risk. And although this isn't really a risk by giving up alcohol, it's more of a blessing, I'm seeing the rewards, and I'm very thankful for that. And so I just wanted to take a few minutes and fill you in on my journey with my no drink resolution. And so February's done, into March, and bigger and better things to come. I'll tell you, financially is the biggest one. Cut it out and you can do great things. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.